Hello, people. My name is Calibos. The only boss. Oh, wait, what is? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
I go Ghana for Coco about 10 years. Kakra. Masaba mo na so biemo ye business na na egu so bo digital business ye wo community mu a chese edom gum asedan kanyame na me kasa Ghana fo ye ndorso ni ade enne kofo atia se omura business ni mu me se ye business ye digital business abadu abeko bi abetumi arane agese me se woni internet no me se wo paycheck no wo de na so me na enso me ntina wo se me ye bibi ka ho na me ho hen ha me asedan kanyame 2 years ni enya nke enimu o eti ne ye bo from no missy business way. I fear so those of us in the diaspora need to be file tax. No, ye bro, you 1099 now the file tax. I fear the file, ye brave be me the file ye do. Just a professional business, teachers, taxi drivers, just a me who send your men doctors, lawyers, bankers, obia, you hear no gadgets. Just say, I would be running business, ye less system now. And me say, registration refundable. It's brabeshe. Say bibi obetumi aye. Pe bibi kan wo na wo gina wo na ba akopeso a ebegene e wo so otumi gina wo na me no so do won sesi obo. Na wanka sa otumi manage wade business na be ye wa wo dia. A extra source of income. Me mo mu de aboa me ne mabusua. Enti no bra. Me say kakra nie momra. Me number na etwabu no. Ne enkasa. God bless us all. Amen.
You should know that every day comes with a different agenda. A day without an agenda is obviously a useless and a weak day because the day is not going to be productive no matter what you do. But if the day comes with an agenda, then you should know that all is well. Once again, the editorial is here, and I'll be doing two things in today's editorial. First, I'll be reacting to a video I've seen online coming from Hit FM where DJ Slim was seen to have said something. The video is still on their timeline. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. Multimedia does not understand fair use when it comes to online activity. So when it comes to their videos, you just want to shy away from it. But of course, it does not prevent us from doing what we have to do. So I'll be reacting to it, explaining exactly what he said, and I'll be telling you more about it. Then the second one, I'll be telling you about cultural infiltration, where Nigeria's Rema is actually doing it well and doing it right. A video I have seen him in India showing some people how to do the baby come down, come down, da 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 da, come down. I'll be talking about that as well, and many more that I'll be explaining to you here in the editorial. My name is Sammy Flex. If this is your first time, this is the home of quality showbiz information, analysis, and what have you. What you have to do is to be a part of the conversation by subscribing to our platform, and also feeling free to share your opinion in the comment section, because that is what we do. And if you love it too, you can recommend it to other people to be a part of it. But the good thing is, I don't do this alone. I do this with some creative people, Digital Rasta Currency, who is on camera, and to Richie Flex, who is the editor and director of our videos here on Sammy Flex TV. Once again, special appreciation to Tap Tap Send for always supporting this platform in whatever we are doing. On this note, I want to remind you that whilst living abroad, you can send money to Ghana with no stress. because you have tap send on your phone. It is just an app. Download it today if you don't have it. Put in your bank details and use the promo code SammyFlex. With this, you get some extra money into your account and you are good to go. But in case you're in Ghana and you are thirsty, remember to always drink Verna purified water. It is the best on the market. So far, so very good. Now let's go straight to the issues. DJ Slim has been hosting the Dusty's Daybreak Hit for some time. As to what arrangement, I'm not too sure, but I know he has been holding it down and it is really doing fine with him as well. At the same time, ever since he came to Accra, he started his In The Booth, which is a rap freestyle show, and again, he has his Street is Watching YouTube channel. And in all this, I think man is doing fine. Accra has welcomed him, and I'm so happy for him, as a matter of fact. So, DJ Slim, once again, welcome to Accra, and enjoy the goodness here in Accra. I know he has been going to Kumasi from time to time. He also has his podcast show on YFM as well, and he is doing so fine. And of course, he's a brother I like. The reason I like him more is we always agree to disagree, and we do it in a more respectful manner, as a matter of fact. Once again, I want to disagree with him on a video that I've seen him sharing on his platform when he was hosting the show today. I want to believe it is today. If it is not today, that is even not a big deal. The big deal is the substance in the video, and that is what I want to talk about. So in the video, he was talking about him being a part of a DMV concert party, a concert that has been happening in Ohio, in Columbus, in US of A. And he was the DJ, according to the narration in the video. He was the DJ on the day. And that he saw something, that some promoters booked some Ghanaian artists. Artists, he did not mention their names. We don't know which exact artist he mentioned, as a matter of fact. Maybe someone I know, maybe someone I don't know. He knows better. But on the show, he did not mention any artist. So we assume we don't even know the artist in question here. But we want to pay attention once again to the details of what he shared. Where he said that the promoters, obviously Ghanaians, booked artists and took them to first a no-smoking hotel. Listen to this very well. He took them to a hotel where they wouldn't be able to smoke. And in that hotel, the artists could not control their techie. They smoked, and because of that, they were called to check out or something. They checked them out, moved them to a different hotel. And no, okay, the next one they booked them for was not a hotel, it was actually an Airbnb. And according to DJ Slim, over there too, there were restrictions of not allowing guests to come to them. Over there were restrictions of allowing guests to come to them. As in, where they are going to lodge, they can't allow, like, no guests. It is only those who are going to live there. Listen to this, and these are musicians. I'm sure they are not Ponyo musicians, because if they are Ponyo musicians, they won't fly them to go and play a show in America. It means they are musicians who have come of age and musicians who understand this profession better. Then again, they were also sacked from there, just to borrow that word. Maybe not sacked, but according to him, the landlord was getting alert that people were coming there, they were having fun, they were partying and all that, so they had to eject them from there to another hotel. And in another Airbnb or another space over there, I think they had their free time to do all these things, and they could party, they could have guests, they could smoke and all that. Then, according to him, whilst they were there doing their things, it was time for the event to happen. They brought in SUV vehicles to pick them from their location to the event grounds to go perform. And unfortunately for them, these artists over-enjoyed their party, and because of that, they were late. They got to the venue, and when they got to the venue, because they went there late, the place was too packed. Cars could not get closer to the back end, as in the backstage, for them to move to the stage briefly. So they decided to tell them to walk. And according to him, the artists refused to walk from that long space through the crowd to the event grounds to perform. And according to him, they did not even perform at all. And once again, in listening to DJ Slim, his accusation is on the artist. That is fine. That is fine. In fact, under that same post, I've even put out a comment. And the comment I put out was that, why do we want to always blame artists and leave some people who are supposed to also play their role well out? Why? Why should it always be like that? Once again, I don't know which artist is that. But after listening to the story, I asked myself, which promoter who knows his job will first of all book artists into a hotel, a first hotel, that the artist will not be able to smoke? Today's artist, like how? Today's artist, who does that? You book today's artist and you tell the artist that the artist cannot smoke. Hey, is that promoter a Roman Catholic priest or something? Is that promoter a staff of Heaven Ministries or something? Is that promoter not aware of what is happening in this profession? Where young people, as much as I will not encourage them to smoke, as much as I will not endorse their smoking, but it looks like it comes with the profession. It looks like it comes with it. How many artists? Let's take 10 artists in Ghana. Put them there. Top 10 artists in Ghana. Put them there. How many of them would you get that don't smoke? How many of them? If you are not careful, you don't even get one. Or your best will be like one. And I'm here, I'm just mentioning names. Like 10 top artists in Ghana. 10 top artists. You know them. Mention all of them. Top 10. You take them to a place and he said what? They won't be able to smoke. Which promoter does this? You don't even know your job as a promoter if you start thinking like this. And again, it did not end there. You move them from where they could not smoke, you move them to another Airbnb or hotel, and they are not allowed guests. Oh my goodness. Even corporate people who go to meetings and conferences, after their conferences and meetings, they are allowed guests into their rooms for their time. Even corporate people who go to meetings and conferences when they travel out, after their official activities, when they are having their free time, with no official activities around them, they are allowed guests to have some time with them. So how dare you book rooms for artists and you are saying it is not what? Guests cannot come to them. Oh my goodness. Like, when I was listening to DJ Slim, I agreed with him that the artists were very, very indisciplined for going to the show late. I agreed with him that the artists were not professionals for going to the show late, for not working with the time that they were given to him. And that is fine. We should condemn them. But again, I was also expecting him and all the people on the show to tell him that the promoters were also whack. The promoters were also whack. They did not come across like they know their jobs. They did not come across like that. And it is sad. There are some promoters who take artists, I know recently, some promoters who take artists to some countries and some things they request for. Sometimes they are even illegal. But because the artist might make that thing as part of his rider, and when it comes to creatives, their movement and their activities are some way. But that is what makes them who they are. That's what makes them perform. That's what makes them do what they do, that you enjoy. Reason you spent amount of dollars to pick them there. Now you are saying they can't have guests? The promoter doesn't know his job. And looks like DJ Slim says that to be all right. But for artists being late, that one, he doesn't see it to be wrong. Look at the balance. So unfair. The balance is so unfair. I'm even here thinking that maybe it is because they could not do this, they could not do this, they could not do that. That is why they were even late, because most of their activities and their time was piled up at the place where they finally could do everything they wanted to do to be free as artists. He did not say they did not even go to the grounds as well. They went to the grounds, but they were late because obviously all the things they wanted to do, they could not do it. They were now doing it. Bro, when it comes to artists, there are so many things that they do that sometimes it beats understanding. But the moment you decide to work with them, you should be able to meet their demands. If you can't, then don't. If you can't work with artists, then don't get closer to them. But the moment you make up your mind to work with them, then you should be ready at all costs to meet their demands. Don't throw their demands away and think they will do your demands for you. It's a lie. Then unless you, that person, you don't even know artists. Sometimes I wish that every other person in this space will get a time where they would also follow artists and work with them on some deals. Then they will know how artists behave and how sometimes we are not able to understand them. Promoter, you book artists, you say they can't smoke. They can't bring in guests. Ah! This is sad. Like, this is sad. You failed them on 2 accounts. They failed you 1. You are crying. You are crying. Like how? You see, we don't do so many things right. The other day, whilst I was listening to the spaces on Joy Entertainment Requirement Dazi, some of these someone even mentioned it that, yeah, our event promoters as Ghanaian promoters, sometimes they are too loose. They bring people and they let them go and sleep in their friends' houses, their girlfriends' houses. Yes, this is an example. Someone mentioned it during the conversation that, yeah, some of our promoters too should be professionals because you cannot bring artists for a gig and you let them go and sleep in your friends' houses and your girlfriend and your family. Oh, my sister is here. She lives alone. She has 1 room. I can give it to you. My brother is here. My friend is here. He'll go to work so you can use his room. That is not professional working. That is not. It is not part of the ethics. It is sad. So I expected DJ Slim, who was part of the organization because he said he was the official DJ. I was expecting him to have condemned that particular act of welcoming the artist in that manner. That was sad. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. And artists are like that. If you don't do what they want for them, they will also disappoint you. If you are watching me and you want to deal with artists, listen to me. If you don't do what they want for them, they will disappoint you. Like they charge you their performance fee. You don't pay their performance fee. They charge you, they tell you that they want this, they want that. You don't give it to them and you want them to do all that you want for you. Forget it. It won't wash. In fact, they will stress you. So I am not sad for, I'm not happy. I'm sad for what happened, but I'm not happy for the promoter, the way he also treated the artist. That was uncalled for. Very, very unfortunate. Let's dash that and move on briefly on this. Go watch this video. When I come back, we will be wrapping up.
Baby, come. Yes. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.
Lovely.
Right, let's go.
This way, this way. Yo.
बैकग्राउंड क्लियर
थोड़ा सा क्लियर करवा दो।
नहीं आप आगे
चलिए बस चलिए
पीछे से क्लियर कपिल सर पीछे आओ on your right side.
In this video, I've been telling you guys about cultural infiltration, which is the new war in the world. I keep telling you that the new war in the world is not with guns and bullets and ammunitions and no. The new war in the world is about cultural infiltration. So Rema has been so big in recent times. His music is flying, getting all the big numbers and all that. When he went to India, I'm sure that the people who came to him were not mean people. And in this video you watched, as much as the inscription there was written in India that I could not read, I still want to believe that that person was captured because it has been put out by a verified account and they are saying that this is someone who is learning to dance Rema's Calm Down dance. Someone who is learning to do the Rema's Calm Down dance. And this is big. Like we are talking about India. India is one country that is so rich in their culture. India is one country that respects its culture to the top. You cannot go to India and change anything in the name of culture. In their movies, in their songs, their way of life, their dressing, eating, like everything about India is so top-notch. They don't allow so many things. That is why there are some places in India, some things that we might see or we might find common here. You do it there, and if you are not careful, you are killed. You do it there, if you are not careful, the kind of punishment you get, you suffer for it forever. But he was able to do that concert. Thousands of people. I've talked about that long ago, so no need to go back to it again. The concert was really huge, very successful, a good number of people going there. And that was not all. On the streets of India, these people are chasing him. Even on the streets, telling him to teach them the dance. Calm down, baby, calm down, dance. It is not joke, man. It is not joke. That is why if any time an artist, a creative person is doing well in a country, the country should do all it can to support that person. So many African countries are crying about Nigeria's influence in their culture, especially in the area of entertainment. So many African countries. Recently, I think on 3 Music, there was someone from Uganda or something like that talking about the same thing. I have seen stories from Kenya where they even went to parliament to petition the parliamentarians that they cannot allow Nigerian music to flourish on their broadcasting platforms. They called for laws where they will play 80% of their local songs and 20% foreign. Like, it is cultural infiltration. And I think Nigeria has done it so beautifully. Nigeria have done it so beautifully. Whether it is out of their will or maybe even not in their will, they have done it. And they have not been able to achieve it just like that. They achieved it because it has been intentional. They are intentional about it. That's why they get support from people who are supporting them. They get support from opinion leaders. They get support from people who have helping to push these guys there. Because when they go, they come back branding Nigeria right. And as it stands now, the evidence are clear. The evidences are clear for everybody to see. Nigeria is looking good in the world because of entertainment and show business. From movies, Nollywood, and from music in the name of Afrobeats. They are doing it so well. When I saw the video, I just smiled. I said, wow, this is what I've been preaching about. Until you tighten your culture, until you strengthen your culture, definitely someone will break through. And in Ghana, I know we are having our fair share of it. But of course, as much as the education continues, one day you get better. As much as the education continues, one day we would also know how to build some walls, not to sack people, but to make sure that even when you are coming in, you are measured in how you come in. Even when you are coming in, you are limited on how your influence affects those who are here. I'll leave it here and wish those who are doing it right well. Big ups to Rema. That was a big deal. The show in India was great, big. You don't go there to do shows. In fact, how many artists do you hear they've gone to India to play shows? How many artists do you hear? How many artists? Maybe not even the world-recognized artist, but as young as he is, he was able to break into that market. And if you have that market too, you have gold, because over there, they have numbers. They have numbers. Of course, whether manipulated numbers or real numbers, they have numbers. They are one of the greatest populated countries in the world, one of them. So if you are there and they accept you, what are you waiting for? It's a big deal for you. Kiddy did something with one Indian artist. I don't know how he also capitalized on it for some of these things we are seeing Rema doing there. I don't know how he capitalized on it, but still, until we are done talking, that's why I'll make sure that I'll keep hammering it. Sometimes some people come and they go like, oh, but these things you've been saying. Yes, because there is no change. And until that change comes, you keep talking about it. They say when the person chasing you has not stopped chasing you, how dare you stop running? You can't stop running. You have to continue running because the guy is still coming to hammer you down. So keep running. So until then, you keep conscientizing the people, we keep talking. One day it shall be well. My name is Sammy Flex. This is the editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. Special thanks to Digital Rasta, call him Currency, to Richie Flex, editor director of the show, and to you out there for loving what we do. Feel free, share an opinion, but remember that you have to be factual, you have to be objective, and not just come spewing bosh bash, bosh bash, bosh bash. I'll see you in my next edition. I'm out of here.